Hello everyone, it's Cindy from Cinders Papercraft, and guess what I'm building you? It's really hard to guess, isn't it? But aren't they cute? I love them. How cute are they for children and us bigger children? I think they're absolutely cute as a button. So, as you can guess, they're Lego brick boxes. I say that very carefully. And I think they're just really cute, and I'm going to show you how to do these, but I'm going to give you measurements for all of them so that you obviously only need to know how to do it, and then you can crack on and make your own. But they really are cute, and the best bit about it is they all fold down flat, and I don't have oodles of shelf space taken up by Lego boxes, which is always a bonus. So I have stuck to the traditional colours. This doesn't bode well if I can't close it properly. So yes, I've stuck to the traditional colours. I put a white in, and I'm not sure that that was around back in my day, which makes me sound like an old fogey. So I started off doing them this way, but I can get the much bigger sizes by doing it a different way. And sorry about St. Manners, but did you see that I had something go right underneath my nail and got embedded in my thingy? There was a serious ouch moment, although I don't think ouch was actually what I said, but you can feel the blanking. Right, so here we are. Now these bigger ones are actually quite a nice size. They are 4 1/4 by 3 3/4, so they're a really quite a good size. If you didn't want to put the dots on, and you could just make them up for something else, I think they're really cute, and I hope you like them. So without further ado, let me give you some directions. So this is my highly technical term. You're going to be blown away by my technical name for this box. It's a Lego brick box, obviously 1 dot, 2 dot, 4 dot, 6 dot and 9 dot. It's just, what else can you call them? I don't know what they're called. So basically, if you now pause that and write it down if you want to, or take a screenshot, you might not want to make these, but they're so cute when you're finished. I did actually do, I covered one of them in Versamark, and I actually did put some clear powder on, and I did heat emboss one, and it did go all shiny, but it unfortunately made it so rigid that when you folded it, it wasn't so good. And as you can see by the glitter on my scoring board, it's obviously Christmas coming up. So I have done this video, half of it already, so when you see score lines, just ignore it. I'm going to redo them. So you are going to get your piece of card. You don't need a lot to do this box, actually. You need a card, you need some glue, whichever one takes your fancy. You maybe need those. You'll definitely need them, and you'll need one of them. And that's it. And a piece of card and a scoreboard, but you don't need the scoreboard. It's dead handy to have them. And that's basically it. So let's get going. Would have been cleverer if I hadn't put my instructions away. And we are going for a 6 dot. I do hope you like my technical name for these things. Right, so I'm going to explain why I've put them here on score on the 9.5 inch side because someone, rightly so, was getting confused. And when you have the trimmer, it goes the opposite way to that one. So if I say on that one, the 9.5, you're going to score that on 9.5, which is the long way. But when you go on to the trimmer and you score at 9.5, you take it the other way. So that's why I've put it that way, to save you paper when you think you've done it wrong. Right, so here we go. Cardstock. We are going to score this with the small ball at 1/2 inch, at 2 inches, at 5 inches, and at 6.5. Now this is the point where I thought I've gone wrong, but no, I hadn't. I should have had more faith in myself. Right, so we are going to score this at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 6 1/4, and 7 3/4, and that is it. Okay, how simple is that? It is easy as pie. Right, so, oh, and you are going to need a burnishing tool, which, am I going to be able to find mine? I've gone back to using a bone folder because I've lost my lovely, gorgeous Teflon one, and now I can't find the other one. Okay, right, fair enough, it's going to be one of these. We can make do. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this before I'm going to score it. Now, we are going to, this is, you've got this thin line here. We are going to just notch that there, or cut a little angle into it. Okay, and now we are going to take out this bit, and we are going to take out that bit. Nice and simple. I hope you're all looking forward to Christmas, or at least a break over Christmas. I hope not many of you are working. I will be working some of it because unfortunately doctor's surgeries don't close for a long time. Right, so I'm just neatening up those lines. Now what I'm going to say is, and if you sometimes think that my nails are dirty, they're not. I have really big ridges in my nails, and when I get ink on there, the only way I can get the ink off is to cut them off. So it really isn't dirty. I just cannot get the ink off, so they will be chopped off later. But I wanted to do this video first. Right, so now what we are going to do is we are going to take this score line out of all of those. You don't need to take a big amount out because we want it to be nice closing. So we are going to just literally take out the score line, and we aren't going to notch these, which is kind of unusual, until I can see if we need to or not. You'll understand what I'm whittering on about. Okay, so you're going to do it to these ones as well. So while I'm doing this, I have to tell you this story. I laughed so hard the other day. Maggie, who is my eldest Jack Russell, my fur baby, has a bed underneath our bed, and she goes there and she'll have a sleep. If I go off to work, or not if I go off, when I go off. But I have this fear of her being shut out. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go along and now burnish these. But first I'm going to take off these thingies. So I have this fear that I've left her out in the garden, so the only way to actually get her to answer other than run upstairs and have a look is to knock on the door, the front door, so she thinks there's someone at the door, because she can never pass up a good bark. So me being a lazy little toad that I am, thought, oh, I do not want to go all the way upstairs. I will knock the front door, which I did, and she barked, so all was good. So I opened the door, and I swear this is true, honestly, the postman is there with his hand up ready to knock the door, and he just looks so bemused. And what had happened is, without me thinking, is he'd obviously gone to knock, and then he heard someone knocking on the front door, which was me knocking at him. He must have wondered what the heck was going on. It must have been quite a moment. Just about to knock on the door, and then there's some lunatic on the other side knocking it. Right, so that was my postman story. But his face, honest, if you could have seen it, it was a picture. But he went back to where he was working and said about that lunatic woman, she's knocking on her own door. But, oh, wrong way. Although there is no wrong way in crafting. There's your way. Sounds like a song coming on. You did it your way. Right, so now I can just show you this very briefly. This is how you do a non-glue. I've got to take one of these out, but I'm not going to take it out just yet. So we are going to fold that over like so. You see, this won't be here. I do actually need to take that out, but I need to take that out anyway, so I do need to take that. Just so you know why I'm doing it this way, is I want my dots not to be on a bit where there's a join. So when you look at this, that one there needs to be taken out and glued. So I'm just going to do that right now. And you can save those and use them for the dots, which is always good to use up scraps. These are actually really good scrap user uppers. Right, so we are going to then fold that. Oh, I haven't. Cool, I tell you. Oh, I don't think this is going to work. What have I done differently? I've done something different. Oh. Well, I can't think how that goes. But what I will do is do one and then come back to you. Oh dear. Right, so this is the one bit of glue or tape or adhesive of your choice. You can use fuse, you can use snail, but I worry about snail holding. Now you can cut off these bits, but I just want to see how snug it's going to fit first. So you're going to put your adhesive along there, and you're going to put it flush up to that score line, and we are going to take off the tape. And we are going to fold that over, and it should line up. And then we are going to just fold that in and fold that in. Now, and there is your plain and simple box. So you can take those bits off. Now, I know that a lot of people like to round their corners, but what I would say is just check the fit first, because when you round them, it can make that be lesser, not so much of a snug fit. Just check first. It always looks nicer. And if you are going to do that, I would say just check the fit first. Right, so I'm going to take a 1-inch punch, circle punch. You can use any punch you like, and I'm just going to put a thumb whatever it is, thumb tag, no? Oh, you know what I mean, a thumb slot. We go with that. Just so that makes it up. But do yourself a favour. Don't cut as much as I did. You need it up that high. Because look. See? Just do a little bit. Don't use a 1-inch. Oh dear. It was going so well. Right, now this is where you will see which way you like. So on here I have used 10 to stack them up. Now you can use whatever you like, and you don't have to. What you can do, I'm going to show you the difference, is put one on with a dimensional, or put 2-dimensional stacked up. If you don't think that's going to be enough, put 2 on. But I'm going to show you the difference, and you can see which one you like. So what we are going to do, and again, this is super easy. You can get the children involved in this. They'll love it. And they look so, I can't tell you how sweet they actually look in real life. They really are very sweet, and they'll look so cute underneath a Christmas tree, or in a stocking. Or I had this uncle. He never married, and he never had children. And every year, because he hadn't had a children or a wife, we always used to get the most random presents. And we always used to look forward to opening his up. We were allowed to open up one before, just after midnight, and that was we always opened up my Uncle John's. And I think every year it was just the tradition, and he passed away last year, yeah. And I have to say, I do desperately miss looking forward to I used to have him down to my house for Christmas. But yeah, the funny things that people have with their traditions, I love hearing about people's traditions, I really do. And if you've got a tradition that you do, put it in the description down here. I love them. Everyone has such differing sort of tastes and traditions. Right, so I am going to just pop some glue on. Now, it's best to get this flat when you do this. And I'm just going to put on some wet glue. And I'm going to pop that down. Now, if you are doing this, what you would do is you'd put this one on and then that one on, and then fill in the middle. Okay, so that's how you would do it. Now, this is going to make a 6. You see, I think I'm going to put another one on there. If I put this on, you'll be able to see it's going to be very flat compared to that one. I think it needs another one. Let's have a look. But then I worry if you put on another one, it's going to stand too proud and you'll be able to see it's... Oh, we'll see. I mean, you'll do this properly. I suppose it just goes down to personal preference. Do you want to see a solid dot or that? Completely up to you. It's whatever you can live with or whatever you like. And just make sure you don't put in such a big thumb hold or finger hold. But yeah, aren't they? I think they're really sweet, and the fact that they just fold down, I won't finish that off. There's some, I will, because of that, I will probably put another piece of card on and then finish it off. But I do prefer that, but it's not about what I prefer. So that is how you make the Lego boxes. And I think they're so sweet, and as you can see, they are super easy to make. Right, well, I'm going to get on now and film the second tutorial, which I hope you're going to like. And I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, can you give me a thumbs up so that I know that I'm on the right track? I hope you enjoy this. It is a simple project, and it's one you can do with children. It's minimal supplies, and I think that is a big thing at the moment, is minimal supplies, because not everyone has money falling out of their pockets. So something that you can just make without needing to have, I mean, you don't need to use a scoreboard for this. You can use like a piece of foam, a piece of felt, fun foam you can use, and you can literally use a ruler. You can use those to burnish, and you can use any of these to score. You don't need the toys. They only make it a lot easier. But you can do all of these things with minimal supplies. And I think that is a good thing at the moment. Right, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will stick around, and I will be filming another one now. And I hope you're all well. All my crafty friends. I love hearing from you, and my subscribers are the best ones in the world. And no, I love crafting with you. So hopefully you found that enjoyable, and I will see you shortly. So thank you for spending part of your day with me. Bye bye for now.